Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my jbird. And this is one of the newer openings I have for you. And I'm in white, and this is called One Square Nightbird, Nightbird Reverse, Nightbird, jbird to bot 2500, game 57. Yes, I did use the arrows. And the purpose of it is I'm no grandmaster, but I brought you with no arrows and assistance on lower levels because I can do it with no arrows. But I use the arrows, I pick and choose the arrows to perform my theory, my opening, and so you can see it the best I can bring it to you at full potential, the way I think and how a chess game should be, how I play chess. If I could ever memorize all my moves and do this and play, which this is hard. Okay. And bring memorization up. Memorization is to read to remember, not to read and understand. Let me clarify that right now for you. Okay, now let me go on here with this. And it starts out with E3, C6, D3, D5. We're already in my jbird theory here after D5, which I started in 1976, 1977. E2, E5, H3, E6, G3, E7, and you'll take notice how my 3 rows, I'm playing deep off my 3 rows, not trying to do that, just the way I play. It's naturally, I'm in it already. This is what's so natural about it, that the only time I go ahead is to attack, take a piece, or move forward to go checkmate the king. Okay, after E7, E2, H5, F1, and bring your pieces back. Oops. Oh, we performed a one square nightbird. Sorry. But in my other videos, what happens is, okay, the knight goes up. Over, and then the bishop. Right there's your one square nightbird right here, because it came onto the one square. And you're going to circle around, and it performs into there's different variations. Then I go to F1, H4, D2, and what I say, nightbird's reverse. Because the normal nightbird is this knight over the queen and not this knight. It's spun around to go into nightbird's reverse. Now, for D2, castle, got to pay attention. I'm thinking of other things for you to tell you, and I got to pay attention to game. For A3, G5, look at that, G1. What, there's not something normal about that? There's plenty normal about that. Plenty. Let's go on. After G1, because we're playing all for 3 rows. After G1, D4, pass, yep, E4, E7, B4, I want to attack now. A6, after B3, takes B3, takes B3, B8, D2, and let's pay attention. Now we go into the nightbird. That's the regular nightbird now. Like I said, now there you go. That's the regular nightbird. And look where we're at here. Look, we're on 15 moves already, and still look where we're at. Okay. G5, C2, F6, C4. Now, obviously, sometimes you just can't stay back here all day and move pieces around. How are you going to get to the king? But you're getting the idea here. After C4, G8, A5, takes A5, takes A5, G6, B4, H7, into the jbird, right here, the 2 bishops, and we're on move 21. Technically, the opening's done now. After D2, C6, B1, F6, A4, C3, B5, C5, takes A6, takes A6. He wants to keep it closed, quick and fast as possible. Don't want to open this up. After A6, B5, takes B5, takes B5, B3, H5, F8, E2 takes B5, G4, F6 takes G5, takes G4, takes G4, G8, F6 takes G4, takes E5, G6, B1 takes B1, takes B1, F6, F4 takes G2, H1, G4, F3, G8 takes H4, B4, and see, because the way this all falls, this is cool. It's all, everything fell in place with my theory on this one. After B4, H6, F8, H5, C8, B5, C3, F5, B4, H6, G8, takes F6, takes A5, F4, G2, E5, B5, F8, C3, D5, G8, E5, D7, E6, D8, C5, G5, C6, takes C5, takes C5, B4, D5, B3, check, F8, E7, F7, D8, D7, E8, loses another pawn, C7. After takes it's B1, F3, B2, B7, C3, F4, E1, takes B2, H4, F5, F6, B8, E7, B7, check, E7, B7, D8, D6, C8, H7, G5, H8, B7, E7, E7 takes, E7 takes, B6, F6, C5, F7. We're not going to run around with a rook and a king. You know how I like to perform it now. B4, Queen, F8, C3, H3, B3, C8, B2, H6, A3, B6, A4, and that's game. Now let's go back. It's a strange thing. Let's see the two center. It looks like the three pawns, the two center. On a white square. See, I'm learning something about something else, seeing things, other things on where you got to be setting, and it's crazy. And the game goes like this. And this goes up to 2,900, the one square, I think. There's different variations, so there might be a little bit different to some things here. I pass. Okay. Turns out the two center pawns there just stay alive. And this one here. The only time I venture on is to attack. Most of all the pieces are down here. Down here. We'll keep an eye on that. It's 18 moves. Now, of course, you're going to move ahead. And there's a jbird. See, it was mainly to attack, to move ahead. The attacks were mainly to go ahead. And look how these three pawns survived all this madness. The two pawns. And look, a rook, a bishop, but his king never got in the game. This whole time. Too busy trying to Like I said, I choose the arrows. And this is how the game goes. Okay, there you have it. Let's take it back here. But you see, let's see how he played quick. Did he? How much was he off the back rows? I saw me pretty much everything back row until I went forward. But let's see how much back row he was doing. But he had the tack too. So let's see. See, he attacked and then he left. Yeah, he's playing off the back row too. I'm looking at him. There's the 3 rows. Yeah. Huh, that's interesting. Okay, now he comes up a little bit. What you got to? Yeah. Well, that's quite interesting now, isn't it? This is where the game's at in the first 3 rows. And even at 2,500 level here to this spot. That's interesting. Yeah, sooner or later you have to go forward. But you got the whole idea. Huh. That's quite interesting. But now I'm all the way on the other side here. Now, of course, you got to go forward sooner or later to win the game. That's quite interesting. He still played off the back 3 rows too, like me, but I played my opening. My opening. Not his opening. Let's see what he opened up with. Quick. Come on, get back here. Come on. Get back here quick. Let's see what his opening looked like. We already saw what mine looked like. And his opening looked like this. Huh. But still played off the back 3 rows pretty much the whole time. Brought it back. Yeah. Yep. Okay. There you have it. Thanks for stopping by, and we're going to have some more. We're going to continue this series on. Thank you.